I think we fantasize the I'm never gonna quit mindset too much. If you realize it's not for you, it's okay to let it go. Like, why are you continuously doing something you know you're not meant to do?
Yep.
And so I will gladly quit, gladly call me a failure at this if I understand there's a new path for me. I think it's more of a failure to keep doing something you're not meant to do. Because now you're just obviously wasting time, right? When you know you're not growing no more, when you know this isn't what you love to do anymore. Now I think you really in the point of your life where you're failing. Because before you knew it wasn't it, you're still in the process of finding out if this is a possibility. So it's not a failure. But the moment you have the wisdom and understanding that something isn't meant for you, you continue to do it, I think that's when something becomes a failure. Because before that you were growing, before that you didn't know, but once you know something and you're not growing no more, it's time to make a change. And so if there is a point in my life where speaking isn't allowing me to grow, it isn't challenging me, I'm not enjoying it, then the failure would be to continue speaking, no matter how many people I'm impacting. Because now that's a signal from my gut and God that there's something else for me. There's going to be a day where love yourself is so big, you're going to have to say, I can't speak at 10 schools every single month. I'm sorry. We going to the fashion show tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's this understanding that the only person that got to approve is you and God.
That's it.
If my gut is telling me to go over here, even when the whole world is like, Jamar, you one of the best speakers. I'm sorry, it's time for me to go over here.
Time to go.
Time to write this book. It's time to play tennis. And the thing is, that mindset will trip people, but how do you think we got here in the first place?
Man.
How
Our gut.
Following our gut. I look back when I quit my job 2-3 years ago, everybody said I was crazy.
Yeah.
I live my life on that moment of doing what everybody thinks is crazy because that's where the most opportunity is to grow.
Every time.
If people think you can do it, it's probably not something you should be doing because it's not going to challenge you.
At all.
So when people say, man, that's what you do, you're naturally, I already know you can do it. I'm like, well, I got to step it up a little bit because obviously I'm not being challenged enough. I like when I'm into something and I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to figure it out. Because that means I'm in the realm of my ultimate opportunity to grow as a person.
That's it.
I remember 2-3 years ago, I started wanting to make my own website. You know what I'm saying? And I sat there for like 2-3 months, YouTube, everything. Now, I'm about to redo my website this summer. I'm getting somebody to do it. But the process of me not knowing how to do it allowed me to grow so much. And so if you're doing something and the success seems possible, you're not dreaming big enough. You see what I'm saying? Each step of your life, you have to get more and more delusional in order to reach your maximum potential. And if you're not being delusional, you're settling. If somebody doesn't think you're crazy, you're not doing enough. You get one life to live, dog. You get one life to live. Why not just go for the highest possible thing?
Right.
And then if you miss, you miss. But there's no me sitting on the deathbed thinking, man, do you think I could have went a little bit farther?
Right.
And so you gotta be delusional, dog. One thing I also wanted to add to this video is the fact that you're the only one that has to go to sleep with yourself every night. Like, you're the only one, and I don't know why this is the only twist that looks weird, but you're the only one that has to be in silence with yourself. And so there's all these opinions when you want to quit something, when you want to do something different, whatever it may be, but you're the only one that has to sleep with yourself. Maybe you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. But what I'm saying is you have to be able to come to peace with yourself. So if you come to peace with the world, but with not yourself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't feel good. But if you can be able to do the thing that pleases your soul, to do the thing or make the decision that you know you want, you'll be able to live a peaceful life instead of seeming like everything's okay when it's not. There's a lot of people online that may have a lot of followers, subscribers, may have a lot of people that approve of them and what they do. Maybe their parents are so proud of them. But it doesn't matter if all those things are true. If their parents love them and they're proud of them, if they aren't proud of themselves, if they aren't happy with what they're doing. You only get one life. You only get one chance to crawl around on this earth. If you don't make decisions and do the things you want to do, you'll never get the chance you really deserve in terms of living, because you're not living. You're living somebody else's wish for your life. I wonder what life would be if you lived the life you were meant to live. And that's by quitting that job or that thing that you've done your whole life, but you don't like doing it anymore. That's by quitting whatever it is that isn't serving you no more. There's chapters in our life. Just because we spend the first 25 years of our life on something doesn't mean the next 80 has to be on that thing. You're the only one that has to understand how you feel, because nobody else can understand it. And through that, make decisions for your life. Don't let somebody tell you what you should do with your life.